This is a rehabilitation center in the northeast city of Harbin that specializes in Chinese medicine. 33-year-old Sergey Ponomarev is busy helping patients, most of whom are Russian.
Traditional Chinese medicine is very popular among Russians, and there are Chinese medicine clinics in many of Russia's big cities. Traditional Chinese medicine is helpful to treat illnesses as well as beauty maintenance.
Sergey speaks fluent Mandarin and has a friendly, courteous smile. He's currently a graduate student at Heilongjiang University of Chinese Medicine, where he's been learning acupuncture and massage for 2 years. In his spare time, he works as an intern at the rehabilitation center, during which time he's become even more fascinated by Chinese medicine.
Sergey is particularly fond of traditional Chinese medicine. Whenever he's free, he comes here. He has a good understanding of traditional Chinese medicine. Some material or information is written in ancient Chinese, which is quite difficult to read. But Sergey understands it very well. He really surprises us.
In 2005, Sergey left Russia and came to Heilongjiang University to study Chinese language and literature. But soon he developed an affinity for Chinese medicine.
As more Russians came to Harbin for medical treatment, they often asked me for help as an interpreter, so I began to learn about traditional Chinese medicine.
Chinese medicine covers a broad spectrum of theoretical concepts that were developed in China based on a tradition of more than 2,000 years. It includes herbal medicine, acupuncture, massage, exercise and dietary therapy. During his 7 years in China, Sergey has seen many Russians benefit from Chinese medicine, and witnessing this only furthered his interest.
The most important thing is that I can understand what the teachers say, so there's no difficulty during the learning process. When there are concepts I don't understand, I ask teachers and they are always ready to help. I really enjoy studying in the university. I hope I can go further in this field.
Harbin is close to Russia, and in recent years the number of Russians coming to receive Chinese medical treatment has been increasing. Half of the patients at the rehabilitation center are from Russian-speaking countries such as Ukraine, Kazakhstan and Tajikistan.
It's the second time we came here. The first time was last April. At that time, my child couldn't speak, but after treatment, he was able to speak. We are quite satisfied with the treatment.
Sergey relishes his role as a bridge between Chinese medicine and the Russian-speaking world. In 2009, many Russians began to write to Sergey asking for his advice. At one point, he began receiving more than 10 letters a day. He wanted to reply to them all, but time simply wouldn't allow it. So he set up a website to provide information and answer questions for his Russian compatriots.
Many Russians are curious about Chinese medical treatments, but they don't know how or where to get such information. But information is quite important, so I thought it's best to set up a website to help more people.
On his website, he provides an array of information detailing Chinese medicine's deep history and plethora of treatments, while also introducing city life in Harbin. The website also functions as a platform to discuss various treatments and their effects. In Sergey's bag, he carries homemade Russian booklets, which cover topics such as Harbin customs, scenic spots, bus lines and snacks. Sergey often gives these booklets to Russian patients for free. Sergey says his family supports his choice of learning traditional Chinese medicine. With the frequent exchanges between China and Russia, traditional Chinese medicine has become a fashion in Russia. Sergey told us that before coming here, his knowledge of China was quite limited and somewhat out of date.
In my imagination, old-fashioned ancient houses with round roofs should be everywhere in China. But after I arrived here, I found out that China is very modern and is developing fast in all ways. China is such a big country with vast territory and abundant resources. You can taste different foods, experience various cultures and different lifestyles here.
In Sergey's 7 years here, what has impressed him the most is the rapid development of Chinese cities. Since coming to China, Sergey has made a lot of good friends and is happy with his life here. He also pays close attention to current events. In Sergey's opinion, China has become more open and tolerant, which is attractive for foreigners. Sergey certainly has enjoyed living in China, and his life here has inspired big plans for the future. His goal is to set up his own traditional Chinese medicine clinic in China after he graduates.